How you doing, YouTube? This is part two of my Linda Lee videos. Yesterday I couldn't get this form to download. I got it to work by casting it. Um, that's what a lot of guys do, I guess. They cast their stuff. So here we go. Linda Lee's conditional admission of misconduct. This is the whole case. The presiding disciplinary judge approved the party's conditional admission of misconduct and suspended Linda Marie Lee, attorney resignation number 39528, for 1 year and 1 day, with 6 months to be served, and the remainder stayed pending successful completion of a 2 year period of probation with conditions. So this broad is going on CNN and Nancy Grace while she's on probation for misconduct. I bet you CNN and Nancy Grace didn't know that. I wonder if they found out and that's why she hasn't been back. Yeah. How dishonest can you be? Let's keep going because there's more to it. I read the whole thing. There's more to it. Let's see. Those conditions include attending ethics and trust school, submitting a financial monitoring, and working with an attorney mentor. The suspension takes effect December 5th, 2013. Let's see, second paragraph. In a juvenile theft case, Linda believed her client, the defendant, had been misidentified by the victim. At trial, she arranged for the client to sit in the back of the courtroom and for a friend of her client to sit at the counsel table. During her opening statement, Lee pointed at the client's friend, saying, "My client is innocent." This strategy worked to her client's detriment since the victim accurately identified the defendant in the gallery. The judge found Lee in contempt and granted the defense a new trial based on Lee's fraud upon the court. Lee violated Colorado RPC 1.2D, counseling a client to engage in a fraudulent conduct. And I believe that's what she's guilty of with me. She counseled my ex-wife to come in here with a gun and menace my employees, try to clean the place out, and liquidate my inventory. That was their whole thing. Let's keep going. Knowingly making a false statement of material law or fact to a tribunal. She did that in the divorce. Conduct involving dishonest, fraud, deceit, misrepresentation. And 8.4D, conduct prejudicial to the administration of justice. Sounds like she's guilty of all that stuff in my case. Here's a second thing she did I just found. In a second criminal case, Lee accepted 2 payments of $5,000 in legal fees. In both instances, she initially put the fees in her trust account and then transferred them the following day into her operating account, without having fully earned these fees. She therefore violated Colorado RPC 1.5F. Fees are not earned until a lawyer confers a benefit on the client or performs legal services. So you got to prove, when a client gives you a retainer, you have to prove those hours before taking them out of the trust account and putting them into your operating account if you're an attorney. So if you give a guy $5,000 as an attorney, and he charges you $350 an hour, he can't take that money out of the trust account until he's billed you for a certain, let's say 10 hours, $3,500. Then he can remove that money, but he's got to do the work first. She can't just take the damn money out because she's broke, which she obviously is broke if she's doing this kind of stuff. Let's see. Neglecting to keep disputed property separate until the accountant in severance. Oh, hold on. I skipped the whole damn part. Failing to keep client's funds separate from a lawyer's own property and negligently converting client's funds. Neglecting to keep disputed property separate until there is an accounting in severance. So I think that's what she did in my case too. She was having my ex-wife go to the bank and take stuff out of the bank, which thank God the bank didn't let her. And when she couldn't do that, she had her come try to commandeer my store. She refunded the full retainer 8 months after representation was terminated. After the filing of a petition for immediate suspension of her law license, Lee thereby breached Colorado RPC 1.5b, failing to provide a full accounting upon request. So they asked what you did with my money. She didn't. Upon termination of, a lawyer shall surrender papers and property to which client is entitled. So this is two things she did in 2013, and she was disciplined for it. And I just wonder how many of these things she did to me. It looks like she did a lot of things to me that are on here. Fraudulent conduct, knowing and making a false statement. And this is a black woman, y'all. Don't forget I'm a black man. This is a black woman doing all this crap, trying to take my black son from me. No black people should be doing business with this woman. She's obviously a fraud. She's obviously broke. She obviously can't manage her office. And she probably shouldn't be an attorney. And even in my case, she was late for every filing. I talked to my attorney. She said Linda Lee was late for every single thing she was supposed to do. She was supposed to write up on September 1st when we went to court. She was supposed to write that up. She never did it. My attorney had to do it. She was late for the final showdown on March 8th. She was late for that. She was late for every court hearing, and she was late for every deadline when it came to her doing her part of the paperwork. This woman is horrible. And if you go read her Google reviews, there's Google reviews that say the same thing. Although she knows the law, she's not on time with anything. Anyway, I got to get to work. It's Tuesday. Weather's beautiful. I'm going to go walk the dog and have a wonderful afternoon. Might even go to a soccer game later. Take care of yourselves. Black men, protect your seed. Like and subscribe. Protect your seed.